If you didn't know, today is International Sushi Day, and Houston Life's Mel Camp met up with world-renowned sushi chef Nobu Matsuhisa at his Nobu restaurant at the Houston Galleria to learn the art of making sushi the Nobu way. Her whole story will air tonight.
Here she is.
Here she is.
Right on cue.
Here she is. She's here to give us a sneak peek about the experience, because your story is going to air today at 1 on Houston Life.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
This is, I'm kind of getting like sushi counter vibes here. We should have turned this. Where's our
I
sushi?
can see the sushi right
Oh, wait,
there.
that should have been me,
We did have sushi earlier this morning, but
oh, you did? Okay, good.
gone
It's
now.
good for breakfast, right? Sushi for breakfast.
Anytime.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So how is Chef?
Wow, he is amazing. And I've got to say, you know, they say never meet your idols, and he is one of like
Your
the
biggest
people that I would love to
idol.
meet, and he didn't disappoint. So I think meet your idols.
Do
you know?
it.
Yeah.
Do
So
it.
yeah, absolutely amazing. Like so friendly, so warm. And just, I see why he travels the world teaching his sushi chefs at his 52 restaurants
Why
around the
he's
world.
so successful.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just super kind and open.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what was it like making sushi with Chef Nobu?
You
The
know
Nobu
what?
way.
The Nobu way, which is a whole way. He's got this 6-step sushi process.
Okay.
And it sounds simple, but it's kind of not.
Right, because in your mind you think, okay, sushi is just you put the rice on the thing and then you roll it and then it's
Well,
good.
the pros make it look easy.
Right,
They do,
right.
and it's, you know what, I think a lot of it is muscle memory. As he was cutting that fish there, he said to me, you know, you don't want to press the knife down. He sharpens his knives every night, and you can just sort of rest them and they'll just slide through. And that's the secret to having that shiny fish. You know, sometimes you get the shiny fish at sushi, that's all in the way they cut it with
Is
the
it really?
knife.
And
Yes.
it's done on purpose.
It's
obviously.
done on
It's purposeful,
purpose, yeah.
So this is more like an art.
I would
right?
say
He's an
it is.
artist.
Absolutely an artist, and he really does talk a lot about how it comes from the heart. Like good sushi ultimately comes from the heart, and he compared it to like music and actors, and so yeah.
I feel like sushi is one of those cuisines when you go out to eat that if there's a chef's tasting of some kind, it's like you want to always try that one because you never know what they're going to put together.
Yeah, the omakase, that is.
Right.
Do you know that?
Thank you.
Omakase?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, I know
word,
these things
yes.
now because I hung out with Chef
Yeah.
Nobu.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was quite nervous, I've got to say. I was nervous, and I told him, and you should hear what he had to say when I said I was nervous. It was pretty cool. You're going to teach me how to make some sushi.
I like to show you my way how to make the sushi. Sushi looks easy, but very difficult. I'm going to teach you today.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
You have big shoes to fill.
So even me, when I started like a sushi chef, so first time I stayed at sushi bar, it's like at the stage, you know, always the guest in front of me, you know, I was a little nervous, so shaking the hand.
Really?
Yeah, my debut days, you know, it's like, but anyway.
Debut days. Can you imagine, like, Nobu
Right.
Matsuhisa being nervous?
Not at all.
Everybody gets a little
Right?
nervous.
Yeah.
You're sharp. Yes.
Interesting, though, he sort of compared the sushi bar to the stage.
Yes.
And it can be a performance in that sense, you know.
Look at that. He's
A really
just-
animated chef, the way they work, the way they put these dishes together.
It's
really
so
impressive.
It really, really is. And you know, I mean, Chef Nobu is just an absolute legend, world-renowned. But we do have some amazing, amazing sushi chefs in town.
Yeah.
You know, so we're very lucky, I feel, in Houston. Like we have
Super international.
Yeah.
Really good sushi in town.
Yeah, for International Sushi
And obviously
Day.
good quality ingredients coming to town too. That's got to be part of it.
Yes. Well, and that's a big thing with Nobu. When he started out, I mean, he's had lots of ups and downs. He's had an amazing life. You know, his first restaurant in the United States was in Alaska. It burnt to the ground, which almost finished him completely as a human being. And he ended up moving to Los Angeles. He worked as a sushi chef, just a, you know, sushi restaurant. Could you imagine that? Chef Nobu, just a
Right.
regular sushi restaurant for 10 years before he opened his next restaurant, which still exists today in Los Angeles, Matsuhisa.
The original, well, not the Alaska original, but the LA original.
LA original, yeah. And and for a long time he didn't make a lot of profit because he was always bringing in the best ingredients. And so yeah, that was a challenge for him. He was saying his ingredients were costing like 50% of
Is that right?
Yeah, of something like that. Anyway, if you do restaurants, you're probably like, what? But yeah,
It was a lot, right?
yeah,
Going to the-
all
yeah.
about the heart, you know, passion, and that's really what's driven him.
Well, your
for all those
reputation,
years.
right? I mean, somebody's going to eat this, and you want it to be the best.
Right. It's got to be the best.
Yeah, and I mean, it was pretty cool. I wonder if we have it. I was making it with him the sushi with him, and I tried to pass his sushi off as mine.
Yep, they have it.
Then touch, open, turn. Okay, again, same process. 5,
5,
and 6.
6.
Yeah. You did it.
Oh.
Yeah, you did it.
I mean.
Yeah, you did it. But see, it's a different shape, mine and yours.
Yes.
But so without the practice, nothing is a success. So it means now you know how to make, right? 1, 2, 6. Then depend you practice, come the beautiful sushi.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
This is, look at this. This one's mine.
It's a liar.
He's sharp. 75. 75 years young.
really?
I will say.
He's
75.
amazing.
Travels 10 months a year, covering all of his restaurants. Otherwise, he lives in Los Angeles. I don't know if you can say I live in Los Angeles for only two months a year that he's in LA.
Well, you want to for tax reasons. You don't want to live there too long.
Yeah.
So true. That's why he
Less than
does
6
it.
months out of
That's
the year,
why
for
he
sure.
does it.
This October is a huge anniversary.
It is. So Nobu, the restaurant, began the whole restaurant empire that we know today, 52 restaurants around the world. That started in Tribeca in New York City, and it was Robert De Niro who was responsible for it.
Of course.
Yeah,
Tribeca.
He was eating at Nobu's LA restaurant, and he was like, you know what, we need to open something closer to my home.
Yes, I can eat this.
And that's how it all began 30 years ago, October 8th. So big celebration.
So all it takes
this
is
year.
an A-lister to get your favorite chef into the neighborhood.
Exactly.
I've always thought that. Like, I want my own coffee shop. I mean, it's not quite a whole sushi restaurant, but like,
You could do
I'll just
it.
keep working on it, you know.
That's right.
Houston life, coming at ya.
We'll support you, Mel.
We'll be
100%.
there. We'll be there. All right. There is a location in the Galleria. So
Yes,
I'll have
there
to
is.
Check it out.
There is. Yeah, and today's a good day to do it. International Sushi Day.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right,
get some sushi
Mel.
into ya.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Mel.
much.
Wait, can you just ask me, guys, can I make sushi like Nobu?
Can you make sushi like Nobu?
Nobu?
There you go. And with that,
So good.
don't forget to watch her full story, Mel and Chef Nobu today at 1 on Houston Live.
Don't miss it. Nobu.
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 Be right back.